Hello, my name is Cameron Edgerson, and today I'm doing my narrative speech on how I learned to control my anger and turn it into something positive. Anger is one of the most intense emotions on the spectrum. Rage blinds you and hinders your train of thought blindly, and worst of all, it's easily triggered like moths to a flame. For me, anger was almost all consuming and intense in waves. I was only able to stop it by learning to channel it into a focus for goals with the help of my uncle. To understand my journey towards conquering my fault and making it a strength, I must recall how I learned to utilize it. Back in my younger days, I used to have many behavioral problems. It could possibly be derived from the unresolved feelings of my father and the situations with my mother that he left us in. The abrupt absence of my father from my life at such a young age made for feelings of confusion and inadequacy with myself, which only furthered to worsen with his behavior towards us. The fact that my father did little to no attempts to reach out as he should further impacted me negatively. The problem only serves to worsen with my brother and his behavior with me. He took the separation of our parents more to heart and had greater behavioral problems than myself, and it mostly stemmed from his relationship with my father and the lack of absence or response in his assault when he was younger. Naturally, as a child, I looked up to my older brother and I idolized him and needed a true guidance in the right way. With the worsening condition of my behavior at school and at home, my mother knew I needed a role model to guide me, and thus my uncle entered my life at such a pivotal point. My uncle, when he entered my life, helped change my course for the better than where it was heading. Marrying my biological aunt at a young age, he began to show a liking to me, being more kind and understanding than most did to me, and not looking down on me when he talked to me. He introduced and showed me the idea of superheroes and comic books and glamorized the whole thing to me, and ever since then, I've been hooked. With these characters, he helped me to create a lifelong hobby that allowed me to do both things to stimulate my brain and help focus and subside my anger from where it was. It's with this focus that my uncle helped instill in me that my behavior began to drastically change for the better than where it was. He would encourage me to do better with myself by giving me a goal with enticement initially that tied to our shared hobby, like telling me if I get a good grade, then he'll bring me to a comic book store or something like that nature. I would learn to better myself with these goals, and each time I reached the goal, it gradually became second nature to me and something that I wanted for myself. And he helped me to achieve things academically and mentally. This helped me to gain the ability to achieve more than I previously thought I could. By channeling my anger into something positive, I increased my focus and resolve. I have become noticeably more calm and goal oriented than I was before, and my will has increased tenfold. I don't stop until I reach a goal set for myself, not just for my own pride, but for the people who believed in me before. And I've achieved many academic achievements as a result of these things. My reading capacity and desire to learn from my hobby has coincidentally increased, and my capability to study and research has as well. I like learning things and I like researching it, which could be derived from the comic books where I had to learn each of the characters and how they worked and go to different sites and read about it and then expanding my vocabulary. It was with this focus and hobby that I was able to achieve more than I thought that I could. And in my early life, anger almost consumed me. I could have allowed my frustrations at the world to be my only guiding force as a justification for my actions, and I could have been one of those people that just hated and lashed out at everybody and anyone just because how they felt about things and how they felt they were wrong. But because one person took the time to help me and give me something to focus on that helps better me, I grew from just being an angry person, mad at the world, into someone more with more feelings and more abilities than I thought I could have. And I discovered from him that the only emotion more intense than anger is compassion for another person. And that helped me become the person I am today and learn from that situation in order to help others. That's all. Thank you.